Welcome everyone back to my story. The story I'm telling today is called the Trojan War. Everyone, listen to the story with me to learn more about the Trojan War. In the ancient world, the gods always watched over the fate of mortals, intervening in their lives for noble or selfish reasons. One of the most famous events in Greek mythology is the Trojan War, a conflict that not only changed the fate of its warriors but also shaped human history. The origins of the war began with an act of deception and jealousy among the gods. The wedding of Peleus, the king of the Myrmidons, and the sea goddess Thetis was a grand event attended by most of the Olympian gods. It was a union between the divine and the mortal, a marriage blessed by the gods. However, one deity was not invited, Eris, the goddess of discord. Feeling insulted for being excluded, Eris grew furious and devised a cunning plan to disrupt the celebration. As the feast reached its peak, Eris appeared uninvited and threw a golden apple into the crowd. The apple bore the inscription, "For the fairest," a challenge designed to incite jealousy among the goddesses present. Hera, the queen of the gods, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty and love, all claimed the title. The argument escalated quickly, turning into a fierce competition that no one could resolve. To settle the dispute, the gods chose Paris, the young prince of Troy, as the judge. Paris was known for his beauty and charm, and though he was mortal, the gods believed he would make a fair decision. Each goddess offered him an enticing reward to sway his judgment. Hera promised him power and dominion over Asia, Athena offered him wisdom and victory in battle, while Aphrodite promised him the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen of Sparta. Swayed by Aphrodite's offer, Paris declared her the fairest, angering both Hera and Athena. Keeping her promise, Aphrodite aided Paris in abducting Helen, the wife of King Menelaus of Sparta, thus setting into motion an unavoidable war. News of Helen's abduction spread rapidly across Greece, prompting the greatest warriors to unite under Menelaus to reclaim his wife. A war was about to erupt, lasting 10 years and involving the mightiest warriors in history. But it was not just mortals who engaged in this battle. The Olympian gods, unable to resist the allure of conflict, chose their sides according to their own desires. Gods who supported Greece. Hera, queen of the gods, harbored a grudge against Paris for wounding her pride. She was determined to help the Greeks win and destroy Troy. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and strategic warfare, also sided with Greece. She believed that the Greeks deserved victory through their intelligence and tactics. Poseidon, god of the sea, favored Greece as well. He despised the Trojans for breaking a promise to him and sought their downfall. Gods who supported Troy. Aphrodite, goddess of love, sided with Troy because of her promise to Paris. She would do everything in her power to protect his city. Eris, god of war, loved the chaos and bloodshed of battle and chose Troy as his battleground. Apollo, god of light and prophecy, supported Troy out of loyalty to certain Trojan figures. Zeus, neutrality. As the king of the gods, Zeus tried to remain neutral. He understood that the war was the result of both divine and mortal actions. However, despite his impartial stance, Zeus subtly influenced events to maintain balance. The war raged on for 10 years, filled with legendary duels, cunning strategies, and divine interference. Gods frequently took part, helping their favored mortals or unleashing their wrath upon the battlefield. Achilles versus Hector. The Greek warrior Achilles, blessed by the gods but cursed by fate, was nearly invincible. After his dear friend Patroclus was killed by Hector, the prince of Troy, Achilles swore vengeance. With Athena guiding his strikes, Achilles overwhelmed Hector in a fateful duel. As Hector fell, Apollo, who had long protected Troy, wept for his fallen champion. Poseidon's fury and Hera's deception. Poseidon, frustrated by Troy's resilience, sent earthquakes to weaken its walls, while Hera seduced Zeus to distract him, allowing the Greeks to gain an advantage. Ares and Athena's clash. Ares, the bloodthirsty god of war, fought fiercely for the Trojans. However, Athena, representing strategic warfare, countered his efforts. In a dramatic battle, Athena struck Ares down, forcing him to retreat from the battlefield. Despite the gods' interventions, neither side could secure a decisive victory, leading to the Greeks' ultimate ploy, the Trojan Horse. Realizing that brute force alone could not defeat Troy, the cunning Greek warrior Odysseus, with Athena's guidance, devised a brilliant strategy. The Greeks built a giant wooden horse, hiding their best warriors inside, and left it as a gift to the Trojans, pretending to abandon the war. The Trojans, believing they had won, brought the horse into their city as an offering to the gods. That night, under the cover of darkness, the Greek warriors emerged from the horse and opened the city gates for their returning army. Troy was set ablaze and its people were slaughtered. Apollo, devastated by the destruction, guided a handful of Trojan survivors to safety, ensuring that their legacy would live on. The Trojan War did not merely end with the fall of Troy, its impact echoed throughout history and mythology. The fate of the heroes, many Greek heroes who fought in the war faced tragic endings. Achilles, the mightiest of them all, was struck down by an arrow to his only weak spot, his heel shot by Paris with Apollo's guidance. Odysseus, despite his brilliance in devising the Trojan horse, suffered a long and perilous journey home, chronicled in the Odyssey. The gods' lessons, the war revealed the limits of even divine intervention. Despite their immense power, the gods could not prevent fate from unfolding. Zeus, despite attempting to remain neutral, saw that even gods could not fully control mortal destinies. The legacy of Troy, though Troy was destroyed, its survivors carried its legacy forward. Aeneas, a Trojan prince, escaped and, according to legend, would go on to found the Roman lineage as told in the Iliad by Virgil. The Trojan War remains one of the most enduring stories in mythology, a testament to the power of fate, the influence of gods, and the indomitable spirit of heroes. If you love Greek mythology and legendary battles, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell us which hero or god you want to see next.